we are going to wet Barbie's hair completely and her body. And here she is, completely wet. And I like to use Dove Sensitive Body Wash. I know she's not sensitive, but you never know. So we're going to put a little bit of this all over her body. And we have this sponge with two sides. I like to use the rougher side, which is not that rough, on her body, and just give her a really good scrub, especially because this Barbie has been picked up at a thrift store. So we really need to wash her up and keep her in good shape. Especially her face, which probably gets a lot of dirt on it. And then we're just going to let that soak and stay on for a minute. Then we're going to take some argan oil shampoo and put that right on the hair. And I try not to, of course, get it more tangled, so I gently kind of rub it in and make sure I get to the ends. We are just going to let her soak a little. We're going to put her down and let her stay like that for a minute, and then we're going to start on Ken. We're going to wet him, soak him all up with water, warm water. There he is. And same process, little body wash. And then we're gonna scrub him all down. Also from a thrift store. So we need to disinfect him completely. That's why I try to use as warm water as I can. And we'll be using some hot water on his hair and Bobby's hair just to keep it straight and style it better. The warmth makes their hair conform, the warmth of the hot water. All right, now we do his hair. We're gonna put in a nice drop of shampoo. And push that through. And I like to hold them upside down. Really get into that and make sure the scalp is also clean. And so now we are going to go back to Barbie. And we're going to rinse her off. And here she is. And her hair is staying pretty straight through this process, especially because it is an argan oil shampoo, so it will also kind of condition it at the same time. She is thoroughly rinsed. Now we're going to put in a little bit of conditioner. This is a leave-in conditioner, but I like the smell of it, and it will help her hair. be smoother. And we're going to rinse off that conditioner. Barbie's like, don't drown me. And there you have it. We are set with Barbie at this moment. We're going to put her down on her pink and green towel. And we're going to start with Ken. And here he is, ready to go. All right. All right, he is completely rinsed, and same process. We will now condition. Spread, it's just a small amount. It really does help, and the doll also smells better. Won't get that from the store. You only get that store plastic smell. Okay, he's all conditioned. We'll rinse that out. Take out the excess water. And here he is. Now, I'm going to put him on his towel. Now we're going to give them a dry. Have Ken sit up. And I just noticed he has a little bit of a black mark here, which with our toothbrush and a little dish soap, we should be able to get that off. Sometimes kids are take markers to these dolls, so it is a little hard to get off if it is a marker. I think what it is, believe it or not, some gum. And for that, you can scrub it off really hard. Well, we're getting it. Okay, got it off the leg, and there is also a tiny bit on the arm here. Okay, second rinse. All right. And final dry. So we did get all the marks off his body. I don't know. We missed it, but he's good now. Perfect. It's pretty dry. No marks on his face. And there he is. Perfect, Ken. Well, let's dry Barbie and make sure she has no marks on her, which she does not. Dry her face, body. So now what we're going to do is dip their hair in some warm water just to completely smooth it out, and then give a combing again with the pick, and we'll see how that comes out. So let's get that hot water. And what we're going to do is just dip it, and you can see it will take off any excess soap, conditioner. And then we are going to put her back on the towel. We're going to do the same thing to Ken. And this hot water will disinfect him even more and clean the hair of any residue. We're going to put him on the towel. And finally, we are going to pick the hair out while it's wet a little. Put her upside down, make sure we get back to the front. There we go. Now what I like to do is go in and squeeze any excess water out. This way you get it better. Get all that water off of her. And she will have to dry overnight. I don't think she likes being upside down. And here we go. Let's comb her out again. I also take a small scissor if there are any stragglers at the bottom of the hair. And we're just going to cut a tiny bit of any loose stragglers at the ends here in a moment. Now we're going to put her down and do the same process with Ken. Comb out his hair, turn him upside down, pick it all out. And he's done. Now we're going to take off any excess water. And there you have it. Now we're going to pick it out again. Make sure it's away from his face. And then once the hair is dry on the next day, because he's going to stay overnight, we're going to comb out the hair with a finer comb to smooth it out further and fluff it a little so it doesn't look flat. There you go. Ken is done. Now what we're going to do is take a normal shear and look at Barbie's hair and just cut some of just excess, not the actual hair. We don't want to cut the hair. We want to keep it as original as possible. I'm just cutting anything that doesn't look like it belongs from the brushing. And there we go. Barbie is done. And the same process we're going to follow with Kenna, though he does not have the problem, but we are going to make sure there are no stragglers at the ends. And of course, if there's any bad looking ends, I would cut them away. There you have it. We are all done for tonight. We have Barbie and Ken being very happy to be finally clean. Thank you. And we're saying bye for now.